y'all, this is Archangel M here with Assassin's Creed Mirage. Please enjoy.
باسم
فلتصحبك السلامة في رحلتك.
باسم I knew it was you. You're not the only one with eyes that see afar.
So, Tabed, you have filled the streets with eyes and spies.
Such is the life of a Rafiq. Without my knowledge, where would we be?
Knowledge is a tool, a weapon. It can be used for good or ill, and the Order is using it for ill indeed.
What have you learned?
Rot runs deep through the House of Wisdom. They are using some ancient book, hoping to build a wicked device.
I have heard rumors of this blasphemous contraption. They call it their great work.
The Order is experimenting on people, lethally. I have stopped them for now, but someone called El Rabisu is running things at the House of... I have my suspicions about the great scholar, Fazil Fahim.
That fragile old man?
The clues I have gathered tell me so.
It could be. The House of Wisdom will be hosting a great symposium soon. An informal gathering of scholars. A lecture, refreshments, chatter. Even the great Arib will attend. Go! Spy out this Fazil with care. But do not throw... But if Fazil is guilty and alone, then like a viper.
Before I act, I will be sure. The symposium should be here. Baghdad's brightest, sharing their wisdom.
يمكننا تقريبا تحقيق القاعدة الذهبية، ولإثبات أن المنطقة الضمنية صحيح يلزمنا قياس كل خطوة. إنها بالقرب منا بخصوص
جهاز صنعه لست متأكدة من
Pardon me. I am looking for the great scholar's lecture.
Fazl Fahim's lecture about the antediluvian antecedents of humanity will begin soon. In the meantime, please enjoy our ample stock of exquisite...
Where is Arib
المأمونية, the poet.
عرضت الأمر على قسطة. لقد فهم المشكلة. قال إنه سيفعل.
Where is Arib al-Ma'muniyah, the poet?
على آخر أفكار ابن.
Where is Arib al-Ma'muniyah, the poet? Where is Arib? I hope to catch a whiff of her magnificent aura. So rare to see her outside of the round city.
The beloved is in the garden, ruminating upon the perfection of nature.
Oh, to be a flower held in her discerning hands, inspiring such languid verse.
She must be relieved to be free of her wealthy patrons for a change.
Oh, perhaps she leads an exciting secret double life, slipping out of the palaces to find inspiration in common life.
I doubt it.
عكس النسبة غير معقول. لقد رجعت من المستحيل أن أتمكن من
The translator. Hunain, you should not be back so soon.
I know. I'm still nervous, but I couldn't stay away from my books.
I guess we must always do our duty.
وداعا.
I told you I'd see you around.
Indeed. And what brings you back?
I want to show you something.
شنیدم او را مجبور کردند لباس زنانه بپوشد.
These House of Wisdom boars collect the wildest trinkets and gadgets.
I have been here before, Nihad. This is Ahmed ibn Musa's office. Have you been sneaking in there?
Ahmed and his brothers are capable of designing some fantastic devices.
Not all of his ideas are that practical, I'm afraid.
Don't be so smug. The world is full of wonders. It gives me a tingle down my spine. Like I'm nearing a cosmic secret.
You read too much about magicians and lost cities buried beneath the dunes.
You don't read enough. Perhaps there are other worlds, other people, out among the stars.
Nonsense.
Does this remind you of your nightmares?
No. More like something from the Bimaristan. Or a training chart of the Hidden Ones.
Ah, yes. The swift ways to kill silently. Death in seconds.
This. I have seen this one before. Is this what you wanted to show me?
Yes. It reminded me of that object we found at the palace.
A drawing from an ancient book.
There is something you are not...
You do not want to know what happens behind closed doors.
Why?
Because, as Derwish says, sometimes it is better not to know the truth.
The truth, Basim, is that everything is here. Refuse to look at it. This is about you. It has always...
I took an oath, Nihal. To leave my old life behind, path of shadow.
And maybe someday you will find... But until then, I will walk behind you every step of the way.
Is that a...
I do not know...
There is that poet Abid loves, whose work keeps turning up in unexpected places.
Yes?
Symmetry of sky and sea, but only in thine eye do these two planes meet.
You have read my work. And who might you be?
A lover of poetry, nothing more. And of order. Or should I say, chaos?
I know only one living poet who loves chaos that much. Ali ibn Muhammad. Are you a fan of his pedestrian work?
The rivalry between you two is legendary.
You are most diplomatic. But I would rather seek inspiration.
The Great Scholars Lecture will begin after a short delay. Meanwhile, enjoy our bounteous snacks and a sparkling
لست يا بشر وسيرضونك باحترام. لست خبيرا في هذا النهار واليا، لا يمكن التنبؤ به. بين الروح والنفس.
That astronomer might be one of them. Sayyidi, I am honored to make your acquaintance.
Good to see more young people enjoying the House of Wisdom.
Do you think the great scholar will give a good lecture?
Do not waste time listening to his nonsense. I have written...
On which topics?
I have written extensively about sundials, astrolabes, stars and planets.
Fascinating, Sayyidi. I shall... Sounds like the lecture is about to begin. I should return to the Kahraman. Pardon me.
Indeed it is.
Welcome, one and all, to the House of Wisdom, center of learning in Baghdad, indeed, of the entire world. I am Fazil Fahim al-Kimsa, first scholar of the House of Wisdom, wisest of the wise. Today, I will shock you with what may sound like outrage. Do not fear, good people. Though today I speak of mysteries. Do not the ancient prophets tell us about giants from before the flood, idols? Is it not possible these giants...
Zahra and Hassan are both dead, slain by an assassin's blade. They're dead. Sayyidi, I urge you to hide until it's safe. Apologies, people, but our lecture has concluded. Please, feel free to explore the House of Wisdom's many fine chambers.
You call yourself the great scholar, Fazil. You who burn books and hope the smoke will hide your crimes. How many did you sacrifice in your search for knowledge? How many did you use, damage, and discard in the name of discovery? Now you hide within the House of Wisdom. The house you led astray. But I will find you. And I will exact justice for every soul you savaged for your great work. It is true. Fazil leads the order in Abbasiyya. I need to hunt him down. Gatekeeper, let me pass. Those who... What are you talking about?
Those who came before are...
Let me get back.
I've lost Fazil's greatest work.
Looks clear. I can use my weapons again if needed.
What do you mean you lost the great scholar's masterwork? I'm sorry. I was distracted by the presence of the famous poet Harib. Forget the poet! We better find Fazil's book, or we're both dead.
Sounds like part of a passphrase.
Hold on!
Now you pay! Hey!
That book looks out of place, wedged behind a desk like that. A history of the great scholar and his magnificent reforms of the House of Wisdom by Fazil Fahim. Not sure if this is the correct volume. So much for staying hidden.
You'll be back.
Got him back. Hold on!
Looks like somebody left a book in the stairwell. I better not use my weapons here. The Folly of Poetry by Fazil Fahim. Does not sound too romantic, to be honest.
Who's...
I like these old...
You rat! What are you up to?
This letter mentions a private reading balcony. Might be where the reader has taken the book.
Hey, you! Yes, you!
I want to talk to you.
An impressive volume. Written by Fazil Fahim. Could be his masterwork. Its title is Those Who Came Before Are Those Who Shall Return. This has to be it. I better not use my weapons here.
هل فقدت صوابك؟ أيها الوقح الناعم هذا معتقد الشرشير الخاشن.
Gatekeeper, those who came before are those who shall return. Correct! Looks clear. I can use my weapons again if needed.
Hold on. Hey!
Nobody's putting me in that thing. Not ever. No. Sounds like this trouble.
What was that?
If someone comes begging for death.
Huh? Who's...
Grant me strength!
We will find you!
There is a deep wrongness here. A reek of rot and iron. Those robes might help me get closer to Fazil. What have they done to these people? Poor guy will not need this anymore. This should help me blend in.
Without my special robe.
This will doesn't look right. Someone take me back to the bright, shiny place.
Next subject! In here, now!
There are horrors here, but the most terrifying thing is that I have seen it all before. Somehow.
Who dares meddle with my great work? Killing my allies and spoiling my lecture. It's an outrage.
It looks like the handiwork of a trained assassin.
Must be some faction in the Round City. Or one of those jealous broods in Sharqiyya.
These killings were too subtle for mercenaries.
No matter. Once I understand how the mechanism works, I will prove myself to Al-Bahamud.
In here, Lackwit.
are new, aren't you? I don't recognize you. They promised you gold when you volunteered, yes? No matter. What you are about to behold surpasses all worldly riches. Don't be afraid. Are you afraid? This is my great work. I call... Why did the first ones leave this world behind, filled with fools, I wonder? And make so few of me. We call this the House of Wisdom, for beneath the House of Wisdom lies the Dungeon of Ignorance. And science is the noblest purpose.
No.
No? Then what?
Justice.
This may be the place. It may be here. It isn't there.
But in the end, all we see is darkness. No question about it. Fazil was neck-deep in the Order. The Scholar's notes. He believes in these ancient beings, the Masters of Memory.
Stop you! I know that face!
Basim ibn Ishaq.
How did you find this place?
Easy. I just follow the trails of blood.
You should not be here.
Do you talk to him?
Sometimes.
But he does not. We have drifted apart since... this light.
Unlike you, Nihal.
You call yesterday and this jinni of yours. This repulse...
No. Sometimes, even in the day, I feel its breath on my neck.
This is part of your... I am a part of your reality too.
I will not.
Now, if you could invent a Basim.
It is done.
And how did it all...
I'm afraid this is a tale for another.
You have done well.
Better get back to my work. You know how easily I get bored. Thank you for what you...
It is the truth. One last thing. Arib. Was she...
Not that I know. But we must remain vigilant.
Contracts are available on the board.
Well met.
Well met. Here's what I have. Is that... Take a look. Nothing else?
Tebet.
Please.
Hey y'all, this has been Archangel M. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Till next time.